So it's safe to say last time didn't quite go to plan, but the Mexican FA have given us a stay of execution, so let's see if we can repay their generosity. The good thing about the Gold Cup is that it is every 2 years, so we won't have to wait too long for the next one. But today we've got the North American Nations League to play as well as potentially the Olympics, and a win would be a boost. Now I do think that ultimately we were just unlucky against Jamaica, so there's no need for massive changes to the team other than Luis Malagon replacing the retired Guillermo Ochoa in goal. Or maybe there is, because in the opening Nations League game against the stubborn Panama, we struggled to really create anything, but do eventually get a lucky deflection to take the lead on the 79th minute, and that was a good opening win. And oh wait, there's a final second highlight for Panama, who have done literally nothing all game, and yep, they've magically scored. I'm not even going to dignify this with an FM'd. Curacao is a more straightforward prospect, theoretically at least, and goals from Corona and Jimenez do give us a very deserved win, but obviously they do still score with their only shot of the game. The second game against Panama is much better though, as an actually clinical display sees us run out 4-0 winners, and the second game against Curacao is much better as well, as after an early lead from Herving Lozano, we ran out 5-0 winners. And that win sees us successfully qualify for the Nations League semi-finals, and the good news is we can't play Jamaica because they're in Division B for some reason. It also means we've qualified for the next Gold Cup, which is great because I really don't want to know how the Mexican FA would react if we weren't even there. Apparently my assistant thinks qualification has helped me overcome losing the World Cup final with Norway. Not really on the same level, is it, Jorge? The level of achievement though does attract the attention of the Welsh FA, who are looking to replace Ryan Giggs, but yeah, no, I think we'll steer clear of that one. And just like that, it's March, and we'll be taking charge of the under-23s for the Olympics qualifying tournament, which for some reason the game counts as an actual trophy, but we'll take it if we can get it. It's a good opportunity for these young players because I have no idea who any of them are because I never watch any of the matches. 2 goals from centre-back Manuel Garcia see us past Costa Rica. Canada then dispatched 2-1 to secure progression to the semi-final, and we then beat Panama with 2 penalties to seal top spot in the group. And also the highest XG I've ever seen. We get Honduras in the semi-final and it's a complete procession, 7-0. Efrain Alvarez impresses with a hat-trick of both goals and assists. The final is against the USA, the first time we faced them in the save. The US have a good early chance as Conrad sees his effort beaten away, but then on the 25-minute mark a great cross in Peralta is headed in by Ricardo Taruco to give us the lead. We go close with a header just over before the break, and that was all the action. Literally nothing happens in the second half. I actually remember to go defensive, and wouldn't you look at that, we've won our second trophy. I mean, it's not one that counts for the challenge, but I'm still putting it on my CV, and it means we'll be going to the Olympics, and really, what's not to love about that? But that's not all, because we've got the Nations League semi-final as well. 2 trophies in one episode. We've got Costa Rica, and there's no Jamaica in sight to stop us now. And we get off to the best possible start as Javier Aguirre's free kick is put into the box, and that man Corona strikes again. The lead is doubled soon after with this rocket from Raul Jimenez, and then it's 3 as Cesar Montes heads home. I don't think this one is going to penalties, and I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. I mean, what is that goalkeeping? Can we get Ochoa back from retirement, please? Luckily, the tag team of Corona and Montes also don't want penalties and make it 4 from this corner, and that's that. A great win which sets up a mouth-watering final with the USA. I mean, mouth-watering? Personally, I'd rather go for some potato wedges or something. The US are actually ranked 10th in the world, just 1 place above us, so that's some extra incentive. I'll stick that on the changing room wall. More important is the fact that this is taking place at somewhere called Alamo Dome. Now, I'm not an expert, but Wikipedia informs me that the Alamo was the site of a battle between the Mexican army and the forces of a then independent Texas, which was a precursor to the 1846-48 Mexican-American War. The more you know, and so if an actual war's not good enough motivation, I don't know what is. Now the USA actually have lots of good players, so this will be tough, and it's the US with the early pressure as the ball finds its way to Sergino Dest to fire a shot straight at Malagon. Herving Lozano then picks up the ball and goes on a great run down the left before slipping in that man Jesus Corona to give us the lead. The US have a great chance to equalise as John Brooks puts the ball over the top for Florian Balogun, but he shoots straight at the keeper before they go close again as Timothy Weah flashes the ball over. So at half time it's fair to say we're very lucky to still be in the lead. And straight from the restart the US go close again as Giovanni Reina heads over, and then 76 minutes in the US come forward again, and despite multiple chances to clear the ball we allow Christian Pulisic to fire wide. With 6 minutes of normal time left we finally decide to actually venture forward again, and a dodgy tackle from John Brooks leaves Eric Gutierrez free to make it 2-0. And that's the game. Wait, where's the trophy celebration for this one? We got it for the Olympics thing, but not this. Ah well, it's fair to say they've absolutely dominated that game, and we've completely FM'd them by scoring with our only 2 shots on target, and that is genuinely hilarious. So that's 2 trophies, neither of which we needed, but still. And there's another one on the line today. Well, a medal at least, as we lead the under-23s at the Paris Olympics. Before that though, Euro 2024 has taken place, and our old team Norway do have another solid run now under the stewardship of Rafael Benitez, but they do lose in the quarterfinal to England, who go on and win the whole thing. I mean, can you imagine if England ended up in a major final and it was against Serbia? We probably lose it, to be honest. Freshly knighted Gareth Southgate is up to the left, and it's not the only vacancy. France, Spain, Italy and Argentina all would be amazing, but of course, due to our wonderful defeat to Jamaica last time, we still need to win the Gold Cup, and that's next year, so we're going to be stuck here until then. Anyway, here's our squad for the Olympics. Cesar Montes and Jesus Corona come along for the ride as overage players because they have been consistently our best players, while Edson Alvarez gets the third spot because of how versatile he is. We kick off against Sweden, and they brought Alexander Isak and Dejan Kulusevski, who always scores against me, but we've got Corona, and nothing stops that. I mean him. We have a great chance early on as some lovely passing sets up Alejandro Sanchez to head over, and it was a warning sign as shortly after that a lovely ball from Chavez slips in Sanchez, who finds the back of the net at the near post. Then in the second half, Corona plays a beautiful pass behind the Swedish defence for Sanchez to score again with a lovely finish. Sweden do nearly pull a goal back as Edwin Anderson gets the ball from our corner and runs the entire length of the pitch before Garcia makes a save, and then an excellent cross in from Peralta is met by David Ray with a thumping header for 3. Job done. And then we get offered the Spain job. I mean, look, I'd love to, but I'm in the middle of a tournament, and as said, we still need the Gold Cup, so no thanks. South Africa are up next, and they hold firm for most of the first half, but 3 goals in quick succession before the break from Montes, Alvarez and Ray seals the win. Then in the group decider against South Korea, we grab an early lead as the two Alvarezes combine, Efren with the classy finish. Cesar Montes misses a penalty late on, but it doesn't matter as we win 1-0 to top the group, which was probably a bad idea because we've now got Brazil in the quarterfinals. I mean, talk about bad luck. And the news gets even better as 2 of my midfielders are suspended for this one, and because you can only have 18 players for some reason, I'm going to have to play a centre-back in midfield. Let's just hope they didn't bring anyone good, and oh look, Alisson, Rainier, Rodrigo, Cal Jorge, how exactly did you not win this group? I'm not particularly confident, but 20 minutes in, Alisson plays a goal kick which Gomez cuts out, and a quick counter sees Sanchez set David Ray away to finish with a sensational strike past the Liverpool keeper. What a start, and it gets even better as before the break Corona puts a corner in and Cesar Montes meets it for 2. Clearly rattled, Brazil bring on Vinicius Jr. at the start of the second half, but it makes absolutely no difference as nothing else happens and we hold on for a fantastic win. Next time bring some defenders as well, I think. So whatever happens, we will at least contend for some kind of medal, but let's make sure it's gold. Our semi-final opponents will be Switzerland as they managed to knock Portugal out on penalties, which you just love to see, but we're ready. The first chance falls to the Swiss as some sloppy defending allows Fink in, but Garcia makes a good save. Corona then puts a free kick in, which Ray heads over, but then 41 minutes in, Alvarez finds room on the right hand side, and this time Ray gets his header on goal for a 1-0 lead. In the final seconds of injury time, Switzerland get a free kick, and some rare defensive idiocy from Montes allows Luinsvag to poke home an undeserved equaliser. It's the first goal we've conceded all tournament, and it may well cost us. In the second half, Switzerland come forward again, and Fink dallies on the ball, allowing Ceballos to make a good challenge, but no, apparently that's a penalty. He literally got the ball. Maya scores it, and I hate this game sometimes. We pour forwards in search of a winner, but obviously now nothing will happen, and we've lost. Really, really unfair. And what makes it even better is that the USA somehow beat Belgium, so now we've got them in the bronze medal match. It's a good job I didn't make this part of the challenge. With bronze on the line, it's literally a thrilling game. No highlights for 90 minutes, and then in injury time, Alvarez fires wide. Nothing else happens until the 110th minute as Shepin sees this effort saved by Garcia, and we go to penalties. The first 2 are scored, and then Cesar Montes decides to just blaze his effort wide. Fantastic, here we go again. The next 6 are scored, so Chevalier needs to sink his for a Belgian win, but it goes wide, and suddenly we have hope. The next 4 go in, and then Chavez scores, meaning that Kindeleo needs to score, and he goes wide. We win. It's not gold, sure, but it's still merchandise. Well, there we go. Benitez has resigned as Norway boss at this point, and they want me back. I mean, I'd love to, but again, there's still a job here, folks. We need to win the Gold Cup, so sadly, I'm going to have to decline. So that was certainly an experience. 2.5 trophies, I guess. And as we're hosting the World Cup next time, we don't need to qualify for that, which is great, but it means there is a whole lot of nothing happening this season, so that's going to be fun to process through. But I'll see you in a year for Gold Cup 2.0. Can we actually win it this time?